Hello there, gamers. It's been a rough couple days for me because my beloved Rival 700 by SteelSeries has passed into the wild blue yonder. It made it 3 years, but unfortunately, a couple days ago when I powered up the computer, it did not come on with it. Tried a couple different USB ports, tried a different cable, contacted SteelSeries, and found that it was dead. Now, personally, I think a $150 controller or mouse, they're $100 now, that should last more than 3 years. So I've kind of given up on SteelSeries for a little bit. I realize it might be a random thing, but I read in the forums that these die quite a bit. So I'm a little bit upset and didn't want to get the same thing. However, there is no way I'm going to use this sucker for even another freaking day. It is so bad. You probably never saw this. I never did a review on it. One of the things about my station is I tend not to review things I dislike, and I heavily dislike this mouse. The keyboard that came with it's pretty good though. But anyway, when I did the video, I rewatched the video when I did this. I said I was going to do a quick unboxing, and it took me like 5 minutes to get to the unboxing, and people complained about that. So I'm not going to call this a quick unboxing, but it's going to be faster than many of mine because I really just need to get back to working. So anyway, I did pick up the Corsair GLAIVE. I'm trying something new. It looks like a halfway decent gaming mouse. It's gotten some good reviews. It's got the shape that I like. I like a more conventional shape in my gaming mouse. So hopefully this will do the trick. I also like RGB lights. That's a big deal to me because I like everything all lit up. What else do I have to say about it? Not much. Oh, other than the fact that one of the major factors of me choosing it is it was like half price. It was 35 bucks. It's usually like 70 bucks on Amazon, and it was 35 bucks at Best Buy. So that made a big difference. Yeah. Let's unbox this thing. This right here is the front of the box. GLAIVE RGB gaming mouse. Isn't a glaive what Krull used to kill his enemies? Isn't it? Contoured shape, designed for long gaming sessions. Supposedly this has different thumb grips too. That sounds kind of interesting. Custom Pro Gaming Grade native 16,000 DPI optical sensor. I remember when 2000 was a pretty high DPI. Jeez. Interchangeable thumb grips provide a tailored fit. The front of the box opens up, displaying both the mouse and the interchangeable thumb grips, as well as the different color schemes. This is the right side of the box. Package contains Corsair Gaming GLAIVE RGB gaming mouse, 2 additional thumb grips, quick start guide. System requirements: a PC with a USB port, well that's pretty useful, Windows 10, 8 or 7. An internet connection is required to download the Corsair utility software. The message repeats in several different languages. The right side of the box is a fount of information, but it's the same information that's on the front, so I'm not reading it again. Except this part that says there's all new high performance Omron switches, rated for nearly 50 million clicks. Wow. The top of the box, the bottom of the box, and the back of the box. 6 programmable buttons, a contoured shape designed for long gaming sessions, onboard profile storage for lighting effects, macros, and DPI settings, which most of these mice have, dynamic multicolor 3-zone backlighting. That is a mouthful. Alright, let's bust this thing open. Come on. Oh, you know what? There was a sticker right here that told you how to open it, and I took it off so that I wouldn't have to remove it later. Then I forgot that it was there. Good work. Warranty guide. I'm gonna guess this doesn't have a 3-year warranty either. Oh, this is so long. It doesn't even tell you how long it is, does it? No, it says It's not really a guide. It's just saying there's a warranty. And that the length of the warranty is determined elsewhere. Whatever. Pretty sure if I just... Why does game boxing have to be so darn complicated? There we go. There are some tabs. There is a manual. I like getting a manual with my mouse. I realize it's not absolutely necessary in 2019 to have one, but it's always a nice touch. So bravo. Braided cord. That is a big deal. I like braided cords. I realize that they're no indicator of quality, but I do like the look and feel of them. Here are the extra thumb pieces. Here's a bag. I assume so you can hold your extra thumb pieces. That's going in a drawer. And here's the mouse itself. Let's look closer at it. I like the feel of it. It's got a classic mouse feel. I think I've mentioned before, I don't really like the super chunky mice that are common today. The top is slightly rubberized. I like that. Razer used to do that and quit doing it on later mice. The 4 plastic feet that have become common on these mice. What I don't like is a lot of the times these kind of break off. Not break off, but they start to disintegrate. But that's after a lot of years of use, so. Let's look from the side here. This is aluminum. That's pretty crazy, or at least some kind of metal, but it actually is metal. These 2 buttons here stick out really nice on the side, which is really good because this is probably the first time I've run into a mouse that has that. All of them have buttons here on the side, but usually they're kind of hard to find and tell which one's which. This is really nice. If I didn't mention it before, the top shell is rubberized, as is this wheel. Right side is rubberized. Yeah, really pretty nice mouse. First impressions are quite good. I'm going to try playing with it a little bit and then get back to you with what I think. Hey, something I noticed really quick while I was plugging it in. Number one, look at the reinforcement here at the head of it. That is really good. At the head of the cable, that is really good. That is very nice. The other thing is, look at the head of this USB cable. This is also very nicely reinforced. It seems really big, so that might be a cause of concern for some of you. However, for those of us who have the room, that's really nice. And it's been a couple hours. I am back. I think I've got enough information for a first impressions video anyway. I played Alien Rage by CI Games for a while. I like that one because it's a running gun, and it also has a lot of ADSing in it. There's a lot of turning around tight corners, jumping, doing things like that that require you to aim a lot. So I think it's a pretty good test of mice. I don't know why I use that game. It's just my thing, so I don't know if it would be something I'd recommend for everybody, but it's an interesting first-person shooter. So it worked pretty darn well on that. I'm very happy with it. I found that the larger size actually fits a little bit better in my hands than my old mouse. So I like it better because of that. Now I suppose we'll break away from the video here and come back to something you probably want to see, which is how easy it is, and I'm going to back out just a little bit more, there we go, how easy it is to change these. And it's somewhat easy because they're magnetic. So if I'd like to change the thumb section here, I just change it out by snapping the new one in. Like that. I'm not a big fan of this look or this feel, but that's just me, so if you like this kind of thing, you may want to use it. Here's one more. There we go. That might be more to your liking as well. I actually like this one quite a bit, but I think I'll stick with the original. Anyway, on the top you got these 5 lights. This is programmable. In the software you could set this, but it has 5 DPI levels that you can put in, which is pretty darn cool. I like that. It's pretty common, honestly, on mice these days, so it's nothing special to this one, but I like the way it indicates it, and it works quite well. The software is not terrible. I'm not a big fan of mouse software. I think I mentioned that earlier, but it's not intrusive and it's pretty easy to get around, so it's not so bad. One of the nice things is there are 3 separate color zones here. There's one here, and then there's one on the front. That's pretty cool, right? And you can program those separately, or you can just disable them completely if you'd like, one at a time. So you could be running this one and not running these. It just depends what you feel like doing, and that's really nice. That's some flexibility that you generally don't see. Some other things that it has are features such as angle snapping, which can help you with drawing straight lines and such. It tries to predict when you're trying to do that, and then it'll straighten it out. Now that's a little bit like, it's not auto aim, but it's a little bit like that in application, so it may or may not bother you. It depends how you feel about that kind of thing. There's also something called pointer precision, and that is basically mouse acceleration. It's their version of mouse acceleration. It's supposed to be a little bit smarter. I did not turn it on because I'm not a huge fan of mouse acceleration, but if you like it, that feature is there, even though it's not listed as mouse acceleration. There's also button response optimization, and I could not find what the heck that really means. It appears to have something to do with click rate and how fast it registers your click rate, but I could not find enough information to give you an accurate answer there. There's like very little out there on it, and no, it's not in the manual. I looked through the manual as well to try and find it. Kind of a bummer. Another thing I liked about the software is that it had a surface calibration system. So if you use a mouse pad regularly, a certain mouse pad, it will calibrate to that surface. And that's really nice, and it does seem to make an improvement in how accurate this thing is. So it was definitely worth doing that. So what's the verdict? Well, it is a $70 controller generally, and it acts like a $70 controller. And I honestly wouldn't have felt too bad if I paid $70 for it. I'd pay $50 and be super happy though. And at what, $32 I think I paid for this, or $35, it was a really good deal. One thing you might want to note is that it is kind of light. It's not like light, but it is a little bit light, and it does not have a weight system in it. And I know some people really like those weight systems, so there is no such system here. But I do like the fact that you can switch this thumb section out. Love the lighting zones. I like the software. It's a lot easier to navigate than some of the mouse software. So yeah, all in all, gets a good solid thumbs up. Nice little mouse. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more. I'll see you in a couple days. Bye.